Whoops.
Ooh. Stand by for technical difficulties. Live from Deposit, New York, it's the A2Z program with your host, Eric Zan. Tonight, Eric welcomes Tupac's hologram. Eric reunites the cast of Northern Exposure. And we welcome all female lesbian cover band, Judas Priestess. I'm Tim Tamala, and here's your host, Eric Zan.
Oh, boom. Where am I? Am I here? Am I
You're not
there?
here. You're not
I'm not
here.
here, but I can hear.
Now
Oh,
you're
there
here.
I am. There
Now
I
you're
am.
here.
Hey, everybody. Wow, I made it. I jumped back into recognition. How's everybody doing? It's the A to Z program. You're here live right now tonight, 9:10 p.m. You are in the upper stratosphere of the United States of America. That means you're way, 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 way up upstate New York. You're everybody. Tim, you ever notice you don't have this problem wherever you go? And you say, well, I'm from New York. They're like, oh, okay, New York City. And they're like, yeah. You're like, yeah, But if I go to like Nebraska, and I say, well, I'm from New York, and they're like, oh, I love the Empire State Building, and I'm like, me too. I've seen it once. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah, I don't live in New York City. I live in upstate New York. You get that a lot? Do you ever find that?
Um, yeah, yeah, but a
Little,
lot of people, a lot of New Yorkers are very snobby when it comes to stuff like that. Like you're not
you're
from New York unless you're from the city. You're
from
not
the
from,
city,
if
yeah,
you're not from the five boroughs or Yonkers, like right around here, you're not from the city. You're not from New
or,
York, which is
or God,
ridiculous.
God forbid, Westchester.
And we have a
Then
goddamn. This is a massive state. You
oh,
know
it's
what I mean?
huge.
It's so stupid when people do that stuff like that.
You ever see New York compared to other states? It's fucking big, man. It's
It
it's
is pretty
really
big.
it's bigger than the whole of New England, like to all put together. It's bigger than Pennsylvania. It's bigger than North Carolina. It's bigger than pretty much all those states. The only like when you get out like by like New Mexico and Arizona and all those states, Texas, they're gigantic.
Hmm.
Wyoming, Montana's huge. Uh, yeah, you could fit like 3, 4 New Yorks inside of all of those, which is crazy, by the way.
I'm just sharing.
Um,
Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm sharing.
yeah, no, I know. I figured I'd just keep blabbering because that's what you were doing. But yeah, like the county. Here's a fun fact. Here's a fun geographical. How's this for Mr. Geography? See, I'm a map guy. Everybody knows I love maps. I absolutely adore maps. Maps have always been one of my favorite things. I have all sorts of books on maps, and I love looking at maps. I like Google Maps. I like all of them, every single one of them. I could just read maps for hours of the Earth. And uh, I was looking at a map once, and I, for whatever reason, I remembered the Lincoln County War with Billy the Kid. Which, by the way, we're going to do a Billy the Kid show one of these days because I'm a huge Billy the Kid fan.
That's a great. That's also a great conspiracy theory.
It is,
Topic
and I agree with probably the one that you're thinking of.
that he lived.
Um,
That he
that he
lived.
lived, yeah, I think he did.
I agree too.
And but anyway, that Lincoln County War and Lincoln County, New Mexico, is actually bigger than the country of Ireland. That county is bigger than Ireland. Isn't that nuts?
That is crazy.
That's
But
that's
but
that's
you
super
talk
crazy.
about New York City. New York City. If you look at the map, is at the bottom. It's about yay big, with
Yep,
with Long Island. The rest of the state is huge.
it's gigantic. I mean, you're talking. Do you know that the largest state park is Adirondack State Park? That's the largest state park in the United States.
Cool.
Not national park. I think
No,
state park.
that's Yellowstone. Has to be Yellowstone, right?
Yellowstone, yeah. Where
The one that's gonna murder all of us someday.
I was just gonna say, have you heard all that shit that goes on? Like when that what is it? A geyser erupts or something, or
It's basically a little volcano.
there's a little volcano in
It's a
there?
little volcano based on a fault line or something. And when this thing blows, we're all fucked.
Really?
Yeah, it's a crazy theory.
I wonder if that's what killed the dinosaurs. Do you think that's what happened?
No, I think the meteorite killed him. What's up,
It had
Terzio?
to have. Hey, Terzio, what's up? Yeah, no, they've proven down in the Yucatan Peninsula, they've actually found the crater right outside, right on the Yucatan Peninsula, right in on the edge and in that water. They found that crater of the impact crater that killed everything. What 80% of life on Earth
Something
and
like
in the
that. Yeah,
ocean? Yeah,
something
it
like
like
that. Yeah.
boiled and killed everything. There's no oxygen or
And that's why Armageddon, that movie, scared the shit out of me. Because remember the very beginning. Armageddon, the movie itself, was kind of silly, but I mean the opening sequence with whose voice was that? I forget whose voice it was, but he said, was it fucking what's his name? I don't know. Anyway, the opening voice was like, "It happened before. It will happen again." Scared the shit out of me.
that was pretty freaky. I don't remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, if you watch the opening sequence, they talk about how the thing killed the dinosaurs and it wiped out this, and it showed the graphic. And the last thing you hear is, "It happened before. It will happen again." I was like, "Fuck, dude, we're not gonna do anything. You can't. There's nothing to do about that. If there's an asteroid coming, just kiss your ass goodbye. I'm gonna
Oh
try to
yeah,
go. I'm gonna go right towards the impact zone because I don't want to live in the world after the asteroid hits. I want to
no.
sit right. I'm gonna sit right underneath it, let it kill me instantly, and be done with it.
Go on to the next life. Yeah, whatever it is, wherever we go. I don't know if we go anywhere, lose consciousness and you're done. But yeah, and so we had a couple of we had a pretty horrible death in Hollywood this week. Anne Hesh, she crashed her car, and today apparently she got like terrible. The fiery crash is what they call it, a fiery crash, and burned what 30 to 40% of her body or something. Like she was like crisp.
I wasn't even sure, but yeah, it was fucked up.
It was bad, and they took her. They said she was stable, but then like they released yesterday that she's on life support and probably is brain dead and is probably not going to make it out of it. And today I think they pulled the plug. And I'm telling you, the memes and the photoshops were everywhere today. Like they were showing her as Two Face, like showing her like underneath a meteor, showing her like on a thing of Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm like, holy shit!
Yeah, the internet can be fucked up, man.
Oh my god, it's relentless and it's so wonderful. It's
I know it sounds weird, but hopefully she was fucking like dead on contact, instant. You
well
don't want to think about her. Anyone burning to death. That's got to
suffering
be
like
fucking
that. No,
horrible way to go.
no, like the
And I'm
Vader
not I'm
thing.
not a hand haste guy, but I don't care either way. There's nothing that she's ever done. I don't think that I'm really like, oh, this was like life changing for me. But
Yeah,
you know,
I don't know anything that she's done.
plus she was drunk driving,
Yeah, she
supposedly,
was. They said she was hammered. Yeah, they took a blood alcohol. Said she was
and she
fucking
hit
hammered.
and I heard she hit something and drove off again. And yes, you know what?
Hit something,
I
drove
say this.
off, and then ran into a house.
I say this in the nicest way possible. Then, fuck you for drunk driving, for fucking killing other people. But I feel bad for that she's fucking dead. But you know what? If you're
Yeah,
gonna do that shit, that's what you get for fucking
yeah.
drunk driving like an asshole.
No, like and these Hollywood big shot mucky muck types think they can just get away with everything. It's like
Oh, she played Johnny Depp's wife in Donnie Brasco, and I fucking hated her in that role. Oh no, that wasn't her. Oh yes, it was her. Yes,
she
it
was
was
in
her.
Donnie Brasco.
She was Joe Pistone's wife in that movie.
Joe Pistone, Donnie Brasco, dude. I just saw him last night on a mob document. Excuse me, a mob documentary. Inside the American Mob. It came out like 5 or 6 years ago. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably seen it.
Well, I'm looking at
Um,
her. Let's look at her filmography real quick to see if
yeah, is there anything that we know of that she's been in that we should give a fuck about her anyway? Like, because
Connor.
let's be honest, like if you and I died in a fiery crash, like nobody would be Googling Eric and Tim and seeing like, did they do anything worth the fuck? I mean, so fuck her anyway. But let's see what she.
Maybe they'll Google the show. You never know. It might come
They
popping
might
up.
Google the show we pop up and we're talking shit on Anne Hesh because she died, but that's okay because why not?
She had a small uncredited role in The Other Guys. I didn't know she was in that movie with Will Ferrell and what's his name, Mark Wahlberg.
Wow,
She was the
that is
Lois Lane voice in Superman Doomsday.
really. I think I have that.
She was in.
I think I have that.
I'm trying to look for anything that like we really would. Ally McBeal. She was she was she was the horrible Marion Crane in the Psycho remake shot-for-shot remake.
Ooh, that was freaky too. That
6 days, 7 nights. I know what you did last. Oh, speaking of Volcano, she was in Volcano with Tommy
she
Lee
was
Jones.
in Volcano. How ironic that she died in a fiery crash. So I guess she knows. No, it's okay. I'll be all right. I was in Volcano.
Oh god. Donnie
Oh
Brasco,
yeah,
like I said, but she was the wife.
she was the wife. Okay, she's Joe
I mean,
Pastone's
she
wife.
had a good career, but there's a lot of shit on here.
Yeah,
But she wasn't like. I mean, her main thing was she was married to Ellen.
yeah.
She was going out with Aaron, one or the other. I don't know.
Yeah, they were like together and then not. Like it was. It's almost more. To me, it seemed like it was more publicity than like anything.
Yeah,
Because like
Ellen came out.
she went right back to dating guys after that, and she never like really got involved with the women on women thing, which I guess you can call lesbian is or sex. I don't know what anybody. Whatever I say, it's gonna be wrong. So I don't care. Fucking she had kids with 2 different guys. Good for her, and I guess it didn't take. So, but anyway, yeah. So she's dead. R.I.P. Rest in pyrotechnics. I'm done. I swear I'm done. I swear no more jokes.
Well, like you
done.
said, the only reason you get jokes is because you fucking drunk drove. So you know what?
Yeah,
Whatever. You
definitely.
could have killed that family in that house. You fucking could have killed 100 people. So
Yeah, and like even if she killed like one mouse under the porch, that's still wrong. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not. I don't care about a mouse, but some people do.
that's gotta be the fucking horrible way, man. Horrible.
Dude, that's got to be a bad. Like I think about like drowning.
Drowning is fucking scares the shit out of me.
And dude, when you get really cold and you're like starting to be in pain when you're cold, you know what I mean? Like it hurts.
Yeah.
Like that's got to be bad. You know what I mean? Like hypothermia has got to be horrible. But dude, a fiery like and it just like surrounded by flames and you're on fire and your skin's burning and you're like fucking freaking out. Like that's got to be.
Hope you pass out right away and don't.
Just hope you pass out right away.
I think about Paul Walker.
Yeah, dude.
Paul Walker, fucking, that they said that he was alive when he was fucking burned to death, and he was burned beyond recognition.
Like he couldn't recognize. He was like a charcoal.
Teeth and fucking fingertips or whatever the fuck. Mostly teeth is how they recognized him, and he was alive when that car blew up. He hit the pole. Probably he was still alive. I think the driver died instantly. He was alive and fucking burned to death in that car.
He couldn't get out.
No, he was unconscious. He was alive.
But he was unconscious. So okay. So
let's hope he didn't fucking feel anything. But yeah, he was burned beyond recognition.
Wow. Now, holy fuck! Like, was he driving like an asshole too, or?
Not necessarily. He wasn't driving. Another guy was driving.
He was driving like an asshole.
Wasn't really driving like an asshole too much. I mean, I guess yes, but they showed the strip of street where what caused him to swerve, and there's some kind of defect with the street, like a small indentation or like a more little fucking thing, which once they hit that at a certain speed, lost control, hit a fucking pole, exploded.
Yeah.
So
and you're in a banana with fucking wheels. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like those sports cars.
Yeah, a $300,000 fucking, go-kart basically with a fucking
go-kart
engine in it.
Exactly. You're like driving a fucking radio flyer wagon with a fucking V8.
What was this turn? This was today?
How about the guy climbed into a compact in Brooklyn, was crushed to death by the blaze of glory? I've never heard that one, Terzio. Wow, that's bad too. Wow. Terrible ways to die on the show. That's
first of all, if you're climbing into a compactor, stupid.
Like a garbage truck, right?
Stupid. Don't never, ever, ever.
That's like extreme dumpster diving? Oops.
It's like, really? How would you? I don't know. I try to avoid all that shit because I don't want. See, I think of when I want to do something stupid, my mind immediately goes to the newspaper the following day. Idiot crushed by, idiot bit by, idiot burn. That's something I'm not doing. I'm not giving the fucking press the satisfaction or me going down in history as the guy who died because he climbed into a compactor, try to get a nickel or something stupid like that,
or fucking climbed into a fucking cardboard baler or something. Dude.
Yeah,
I think it's
exactly.
safe. I think it's safe to say, like, if you're gonna fuck around, like avoid anything with hydraulics because like you're not gonna win. Like you're not gonna win. You're not getting out of that. Like if it's going one way and not stopping, you're bug juice. Yeah, that's it. You know.
Yeah,
we
had the compactor in my old job, and we had to have like a super safety training. And I'm sitting there going, and I said to the guy, if anyone does any of the things you just told us not to do, they fucking deserve to die because it was the dumbest. Don't put your head in here. Really? You gotta tell me to put my fucking head in the compactor? Believe me, I know not to stick my fucking head in the compactor. Your hands. Make sure when you're crushing it, you don't put your hand here. It's like, dude, this is for morons.
Yeah.
I don't need this shit.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I wore this really long shirt. I guess I'll just drape it across the baler or the cardboard compactor right now since nobody's around. I'll just leave it there. You know, or like I don't know. Lauren, what's that thing you guys have? That washer? They have a vegetable washer with like, you know, it's like a car wash but for vegetables. Basically, you put the vegetables in one end. It spins them on the little wheels and they turn all over the place and then they wash and they come out the other end. But there's like like a gearbox, right? Like that's what the story I was gonna tell. There's like a gearbox with like belts and shit, and she got her shirt caught in it and it started like fucking pulling her shirt, whatever, and it wound right up in it, dude. It probably would have killed her if Bill didn't Bill kill it? Oh, she grabbed a knife and cut her shirt off. So like she was
that's the first.
Were you in a bra too or no? Or did you go braless that day?
No, I cut it.
Did you go braless that day?
She does.
It grabbed it like this and started spinning.
Right, well we can't see that. Like tell
Like a tie, like you're doing a tie.
like you're doing a tie, like okay, so like if you're just taking the shirt and you're twisting it, that's what it did.
So
It just kept.
I cut the twist off, so I had a giant hole.
Oh, she had a giant hole because she cut the thing off. Like okay, like tie dyeing, yeah.
Yeah, Bill was next to me. He shut it off. We're
Fuck
like,
yeah.
Do I take this shirt off? Like, is this about to get weird?
Oh, you should have for the old man. Fucking give him something, you know. When's the last time you think he saw 30-year-old breasts? And she made stuffed peppers and gave them to him. What's going on? I'm kidding.
When he was 30.
When he was 30, yeah. But yeah, when he was 30, that's the last time he saw 30-year-old tits. But yeah, so that, you know, shit happens, dude. Like you got to be careful. You know, that's why, like, you know, I think they don't publicize like stupid deaths.
Here you go.
Many years ago in the Bronx, a worker was working. Really? Wow. I know a worker who worked, and he was working in the compactor room, and there was so much music blaring, he fell into the compactor screaming when nobody was able to hear him. Wow. Now that would suck. You know, you got Molly Hatchet fucking playing. Everybody's singing "Flirting with Disaster." Meanwhile, you're dying in a compact. Ah, help!
I can just say I doubt he was playing Molly Hatchet in the Bronx.
Probably not. No,
I don't think Molly Hatchet's been played in the Bronx since '72, whatever. But yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think it's ever been played in New York. Maybe like what's the Beacon Theater? Is that where they have all those Southern acts? Speaking of Southern, I posed a question in the group, and I got some feedback on it by a Southerner, like pretty much one of the only Southerners we know. A good friend of ours, Matt Parker, who does the Black Lincoln Collective. I got it right the first time, Tim.
I'm glad. I was waiting to see if you could get it out.
I was too, and so anyway, they do a great podcast. They're on our network now, although I haven't seen them do a show like this, which technically doesn't count until they do, in my opinion. And I'm kidding, Matt. No, they got a great show. They got a great podcast. They're funny guys. They're all from the South, and they're basically the Southern counterpart of us, I guess. Not as cool, but
that's gonna be a great crossover one day.
It's gonna be a great crossover one day. The North versus the South.
Because we could just make fun of each other and ask each other stupid, like stereotypical questions. So I think it's gonna be great.
Well, speaking of stereotypical, so I don't know if you've noticed this as much down by you because everybody's pretty urban down there. Like people are as expected, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They have urban, and urban clothing. When I say urban clothing, I don't mean just like oversized basketball jersey. I'm talking like people dress like they live in a city. You know what I mean? Like there's a certain style that goes along with that. Now up here, for whatever reason, in all these small towns up here, which are nice and which are quaint. And listen, before I'm going to make a disclaimer that I'm going to shit on some of the places up here, but not every one of them. Okay, because I do like where I live, kind of, and I I I just have a problem with some of the subcultures that emanate from what I'm about to say. So I don't understand something, Tim. Maybe you can help me since your wife is like obsessed with country music. I don't understand how all of these I don't know, country people, I guess I'm going to call them. I don't know what to call them. From the north act like they're from the south. Like and they like want to be from the south, but they're from the north. And it's like, but here's what they don't understand. So let me give you an example. Like there's a farm over here across the river. Uh I don't know, whatever. Like, and they got different barns where they have cows and shit and whatever, and they go a fucking field here and a field there, and here a field, there a field. So, like, one day, like, because the guy's a friend of mine, I stop in to see him once in a while. So the one day, I'm coming down Route 8, and I see they're at this one barn, and I stop in, and I'm shitting you not, Tim. Like, there was him, his brother, and a friend were wearing fucking cowboy boots, like over the jeans, by the way, a cowboy hat, and they had like lassos, and they were like wrangling cows in the barn. And I mean, it looked like, you know what it looked like? It looked like if like if you dressed up like David Letterman in a cowboy outfit and had and gave him a rope and like tried to get him to like move people through the subway in New York. That's what it looked like. Like it looked like they were struggling that much. And I'm like going, what the fuck is going on here? Like, are there northern cowboy? You know what I mean? Maybe there are, but I don't think there are. But cowboy thing is different. But these country music people like wear a cowboy hat, and they all, even if they're from like Madison, Wisconsin, they all sing with a twang. Like Shania Twain's from Canada, but she like is one of the biggest country music stars or ever. Do you have any idea?
Australia. Keith Urban's from Australia.
Keith Urban's from Australia. I don't know. Johnny Cash is from Idaho. I don't know. Like maybe he's not. I don't know where he's from. I don't think he's from the South though.
Johnny Cash was technically rock and roll. Remember, they forced him into that country thing later on, but he was technically rock and roll when he started.
He got trapped in the Ring of Fire. He didn't just sing it.
Yeah, he was rock. Remember, it was him, Elvis, Jerry Lee Lewis,
Roy Orbison. Like
they were all rock and roll. But then when rock and roll changed, they're like, well, Johnny Cash, you're going to put you in the country category. But he wasn't a country singer. He really wasn't.
Not really.
No, he just got shoved into that fucking genre because the way the music changed, I guess. I don't know.
I was never a big Johnny Cash fan anyway, and I'm not now. But
I like Johnny Cash. I like the.
You like Johnny Cash. My brother likes Johnny Cash. I don't know if this person over here does, but why do people, as a northern person, we're northerners, okay? What is the obsession with wanting to be from the South and or act like a Southern person? Because like there's people that have drawls up here. Like the further out into the country you go, like I live in the village, okay? I'm like a townie, I guess. And like, like even the people that live out of town, call me like a city person because like I live in a town, I live in a village, I live around people, like civilization, people that like, cohabitate and like interact, not with like rusty traps and mason jars. And so, but and listen, I don't know. And I'm not putting any Southern people that, because Southern people, the ones that I've met, don't really understand it either. Like, because they have their own cult. Like they drink Mountain Dew, they like grits and collard greens and what's that stuff you're growing at the farm? Okra. I think they eat I think they put persimmon sap in their oatmeal. I don't know, but they do weird stuff that we don't do. Like, you know what I mean? Like we eat like Speedies and cheese fries and meatloaf, I guess. I don't know, stuff that they don't eat. But like, why do you want what? What's so attractive? Like, let me put it to you this way, Tim. Why don't people from the South want to be from the North? Like, what's so bad about up here besides the snow and the cold?
I can answer that very easily.
I really want to know. I really want to know.
Blame this city that I am in right now.
New York
Yeah,
has given us a bad name.
absolutely.
It doesn't matter. Like
Absolutely, because
Philadelphia, Boston,
Eric, even
Hartford.
when I moved up there, I automatically have a reputation.
You did. You
I'm
did because you were from the city.
I'm a city kid. I'm a trouble. I carry knives. My pants are around my ankles.
You rob people. Yeah. You steal cars. Okay. That was it. You know what? And that's how some people still think.
And
Isn't it fucked up?
I'll tell you the complete opposite. Why? It's honestly, people want to be like that, and the country music and everything, because of the lifestyle. They want the fucking laid back country, fishing down by the river, fucking wake up, watch the sunrise, open fields and mountains. I mean, it's honestly, I know it's the same way as I felt when I moved up there.
You moved upstate. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved waking up on a fucking and I still to this day on an October morning where you smell the fucking wood fires burning, the wood fire smell.
Yeah.
And it's like a little dewy out. It's like fucking 50 degrees. Nothing in the world better than that, dude.
You
For
do
me,
dig
for
that.
me, nothing better in the world than like fucking October in that town. I fucking love it. Like I said, you got the wood burning, you got the fucking dew, you got, oh my god, it's fantastic.
The river, like a clean river. Like
Some people just take that to the extreme. Like I said, some people just like, I'm gonna buy boots and I would never wear. I'd wear a hat, but I'm not gonna walk around New York City with a fucking cowboy hat on. I'd like a hat though. I'd like a real. I put it this way: if I'm gonna buy a cowboy hat, I'm gonna spend $100 like the real guys do on get a real fucking hat and wear it when I go
100%.
somewhere special. I'm not gonna go and buy a fucking $20 hat and walk around Times Square like a douchebag.
Yeah, like the what's the singing the skin cancer cowboy, whatever he is, like
Yeah, the fucking naked cowboy.
the naked cowboy. Yeah.
He was probably from fucking Long Island, and he calls himself a cowboy. It's like, dude,
Yeah,
slaps.
I think he is. I think he's from the Bronx. I think that's where he's from.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, he's fucked up. He's an idiot.
I think it's just a matter. I think it's a matter of lifestyle. I think that's what it is.
So that's what does it.
Necessarily like I want to be like Southern drawl and this. Let me tell you that's too far.
That's way too far.
Especially like someone like me too. Like I said, when I moved up there, it's a fucking culture shock, to be honest.
Well, yeah, we talk different up here. We have we have the northern accent, like the northern New York accent. Like a lot of people don't.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm sorry, I'm not interrupt before I forget. I'll tell you one thing. Leaving for lunch like we used to do.
Yep.
You can't do that in here in the city.
They won't let you.
That fucking blew my mind. Like, where's everybody going? Oh, how come no one's in the cafeteria? How come? No, go out for lunch. You can just leave. I mean, you can just walk out of school right now and go anywhere you want. Yeah, it's culture shock, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
it's real weird.
Yeah, and it was that laid back up here. It still is. I mean, but yeah, no, it's different, and it's like, yeah. So you noticed that we talk different than even you did. Like you know, like even me now. Like I probably sound like I have an accent, like because you're used to hearing me talk, but like I probably have that that northern New York accent, like because everybody. I did this cool thing once. I looked up these regional accents, and we actually, where I live, from like Scranton to Binghamton to Syracuse, over to Rochester, Buffalo, down to Cleveland, to Detroit, and all the way across to like Wisconsin. It's like in Minnesota. Minnesota has its own. It goes below Minnesota. Like Chicago is part of it. We all kind of have the same accent. Like Binghamton is really pronounced. Like Binghamton, Syracuse, and Scranton are like really, really pronounced. And
Syracuse has a real weird. Syracuse sounds like Sarah Palin, the way she used to talk.
Well, listen,
real weird. Fucking, the people that I know from there talk real weird.
They do, and Endicott does too. Like these people from Endicott, they like yeah, I'm gonna take my car up to the back. You know, like
you talk like Stu Hart.
Kind of, yeah. They all kind of yeah. Hey, I'm gonna wash my car. Come here. And put you in.
Put you in the armbar.
Put you in an arm and a wrist lock.
Fucking Stu Hart.
Fucking Stu Hart. Can you imagine losing a bet and having to talk like Stu? Like your punishment is to talk like Stu Hart all day, no matter where you are. Like
It's he talked like that his whole life too. Because when we watched the Bret Hart thing, they showed young Stu Hart. I was like, oh my god, he talked like that his whole life. I thought it
he
was just like
still talked like that.
an old man thing. No, he
No.
talked like that his whole life.
What was he like? He was like what, like 120 when he died or something? Like he was old.
Probably he was old, man.
He was old. He was starting to like fossilize. He was so old.
Yeah.
Like he looked like his skin was rock.
But,
I don't know.
My question was always like, I remember when I was younger, because when Ron first moved up there, that's when I started visiting. And that was in 4th grade, and I would say, why do people talk like they're from the South? Like, why is it like a country thing? It's upstate, and it's like a weird thing that you're from upstate New York, but you talk like. That's why people who say New York is just New York City is fucking ridiculous, because like you just said, your accent can change. From Western New York, Buffalo people, Albany people, all fucking talk differently.
All talk differently.
Yeah, it's weird.
We talk different than the guys up in Syracuse and the Rochester and Buffalo, but like we talk similar to Scranton. Like we have like the Binghamton accent, the Binghamton Scranton accent. A little bit like Syracuse kind of waves in. It waves in more like over like Afton and up that way.
Even those people you were talking about, not the town people. I'm not going to mention names, but those farm fucking up in the middle of those
the hillbilly people, yeah, the redneck people.
They're like, it's like, what the fuck did that guy?
They do.
Say? It's like,
no,
dude,
they do.
They're like terrifying. Those people.
They are. They're super scary. It's like
overalls with no fucking shirts. Like when they used to roll into town to get gas or food, roll into town with the overalls with no shirt, with the
no shirt,
straw hats and the muddy ass fucking clothes. I'm like, yo, who the fuck are these people? These are terrifying. Because at least in town, see, like in Deposit when I first moved there, you guys weren't country.
Mm-mm.
You're kind of behind the times, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Like we always made the joke that the movie theater just started playing like Rocky V or something. But that's kind of the way it was.
We really were. We were like a year behind you.
Like fashion behind, yeah, in a way. But like those people were like straight out of the fucking another century.
Well, we joke. Okay, so I have relatives that live up by the reservoir, way out there, and it's called Mormon Hollow. And my brother and I joked and we'd say the same thing you're saying. It's like, okay, so like here in Deposit, we're kind of, it's time kind of stands still. Takes things a while to catch up here, you know what I mean? But then like if you go to Mormon Hollow, like you go 18 miles into the North Woods and turn left at the reservoir, like it's bad out there. Like there's fucking nothing. Dude, okay, so it's 2022 here. Right now it's like 1998 there. Like that's what it's like. Seriously, that's how far behind. They're like, oh, I don't know if my computer is going to work today. Ooh. You know what I mean? It's like, because I think they still have dial-up or like a dynamo battery doing the thing. Ying, ying, ying.
Yeah, those are the scariest people. They really are.
They are, and they all do and they all like in Walton and Trout Creek, and beautiful people. Look, I'm making jokes. Like, don't hold it against me. I'm just trashing you for fun, kind of for real. But don't they all start with like, okay, so I'm not going to name any names, but Lauren during strawberry season meets some interesting characters, and she met a relative of it. She just did it. She met a relative of mine, and she goes, I know I met a relative of yours today because you guys all have the same nose. And I'm like, okay, I wonder who it was. I said, what's he talk like? He goes, ooh, how you doing? And I'm like, oh, fuck, I know exactly who that is. And like, great dude. He's such a great guy, but he's so, bless his heart. They're good people. They're
behind the times.
They're behind the times, and they only subscribe to like one thing. And like, you know what I mean? It's like there's no culture. There's no like outward thought.
No,
but
it's
the other
house,
part,
like my house, my fields, my fucking cows.
My stone quarry, my log pile.
I don't need all your fucking modern technology, city bullshit.
No, and they're not, and they don't mean any harm. Like they're
No.
harmless people. Like they would actually invite you in and feed you. You know what I mean? It's like they're very welcoming, but they're very simple. You know,
Yeah.
and I use simple like basic, not simple as like whatever. Although there are some inbred people up there.
No, they
And
just
that,
need their four walls. They need their fucking cows, their food, their field, their
there's
fucking
stone quarry.
their record player. That's all they
They're
fucking need. They don't need
yeah,
all this shit that we have today.
what's that phone on the wall? Like with the hold the thing. And you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah, the old school phone,
yeah. You have like the
the,
receipt. Yeah,
the rotary dial, all that bullshit.
all that bullshit. You got it, and the operator sitting there sticking things all over. What?
Yeah, it's just
Collect
they
call.
want the simple life, like
Yeah,
the M Night Shyamalan shit, where those people went to live in the village,
yeah.
when they went to live in their own little community where there was no fucking technology. That's how they wanted to live.
And they still live like that. Trust me, they buy the paper still. Like they don't look things up on the internet. I can remember when like another here we go relative of mine was like and everybody's gonna think I'm like kicking the shit out of these people. I'm not. Okay, I'm having fun at their expense, yes, but I don't mean any harm. Okay, if you can't see the light side of it, I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, I said, I know what it was. I said, oh yeah, I saw that so and so blah 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 is doing whatever, and they're like, oh, how do you know that? And I'm like, well, I saw it on the internet today on the news. Like, internet. What's internet? I went, ooh, you don't know, do you? And then they started getting mad. They're like, no idea. I'm like, oh fuck. So I took them in the computer room my parents had, and we started fucking like screens are starting to go like this, and windows are opening up and closing, and noises are going off, and this fucking guy's like sitting there like, it was like probably like the War of the Worlds. Like when people thought that was, he probably thought the end of the world was like, he probably thought I clicked the time bomb and like a nuclear fucking fission was going to happen. Like he was that scared. Like he thought the Russians were coming. Like he thought the bombs were going to start dropping. And
that's how some people live.
They do. And I mean, I know people to this day, like this lady I work with, Lori, she says the only time I ever get on a computer is here at work when I, do the office here or do my drawers and count up at the end of the night. She goes, otherwise I don't get on the computer. I'm like, are you kidding me? You don't? I said, you don't email or anything? And she's like, no. She goes, why do I need to? And I'm like, I didn't say you needed to. It's fun.
Well, think how fast, when you think about it. We graduated fucking 94, dude. No internet.
No internet.
No cell phones. Well, cell phones, but no smartphones. No like real cell phones that actually fucking, they were this big. They were this big back in the day, but that was only fucking less than 30 years ago.
And what did a call cost you? Like if I wanted to call you, say you still lived on 4th Street, and
Free.
I lived over on Laurel Bank, to call you.
Yeah, as long as 467, it was free. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean no, but we had a big cell phone. I mean.
Oh yeah, it would cost you $1 billion. Yeah, it cost you fucking $8 a minute probably.
Yeah, like to talk for 2 minutes would cost like $40. It was crazy.
And that's less than 30 years ago. Like, so look how fast the iPhone came out in when 2000 and something. And look how fucking fast.
2010, right? 9.
I don't know. I don't know when the first one was.
8 or 9, yeah.
But yeah, look how fast that thing has progressed. All the shit you can do with your phone now.
Well, they said that you could.
Absolutely insane.
Well, they said that you could send with the technology that's in the phone in your hand, could have sent the entire Apollo 13 mission. Talking mission control. There's more technology in your phone than there was back then. Like you could have operated the controls for the ship, the mission control, all the data.
2007.
2007 was the first iPhone.
So it's not even fucking 20 years, really.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
And like I said, I was joking yesterday that, they have that, remember the AHA video, Take On Me, with the graph? I think back then, those graphics were like, holy shit, this is the coolest thing I ever saw. They probably
cutting edge.
$1 million on that video. I mean, we're talking 1984 $1 million, not today.
Not today, $1 million, no.
I can make that video on my phone right now if I wanted to.
Yeah,
easily, just like that. It'll take me 2 seconds because it's a filter on TikTok now.
Is it
But,
really?
yeah, but back in 80 that
It wasn't.
probably cost those people $1 million.
Yeah. Well, how about Money for Nothing? Remember that?
Yeah, money, shit like that. Like you think about it, it's like really. This is
Yeah.
why I judge every sci-fi movie that came out after Star Wars. If you don't have good enough fucking special effects, why bother? I'm
Yeah.
not saying that.
No.
The way they made that movie, the way they like even Star Wars, so the way they changed everything. You look at Star Wars, it still holds up.
Oh, holds up like hell.
Maybe not with the HD because the HD kind of ruined a lot of movies. I don't know if you've ever noticed an HD movie on the transfer. So
Yeah,
like
it's
if
not.
you watch Titanic on TV, all looks fake. All looks
Yeah.
completely fake. But back in '97,
Oh, it
that
looks
shit
real as
all looked
hell.
real. That shit looked real. Yeah,
Everything was still fuzzy and
it all
and
looked fucking perfectly real. Now, so if
yeah.
you don't have a good transfer onto the 4K or whatever, and you put it on your TV, you can see all the problems in the boat and the ship and the water, and it looks completely fucking fake.
Yeah, they look like they're in a tank and
Yeah,
like
it looks stupid.
fucking yeah. But so it does take so where how does culture go? Does it go east to west or west to east?
That's a good fucking question. I think honestly, I think it's New York and LA, and it kind of goes into the middle.
It
That's why
goes
the
right into the middle.
that's why the Midwest and all them are all the slowest to get their shit. You know what I mean?
Because
It's
by
like
the time they get it, it's obsolete. Something else is coming. They're like, oh
yeah, because
fuck,
there's always, I always ask that same question. Like, how did I don't know what's the style? I don't know. Let's just say everyone's wearing a particular fucking T-shirt or like, how did that
like
become popular? Who was the first person to wear that? Usually, it's a rapper or
acid
someone like
wash jeans, acid wash jeans.
yeah. You all right? That was probably like a metal group or something back in the day.
It might have been, but it might have been a rapper too. Like
Whoever, but like I said, so the one person in LA or like the one person in New York started it. One other person sees it. Well, I got to wear that. Well, then now I
yeah,
got to wear that. And next, I think by the time it hits us normal people, the celebrities are like done with it. They're on to the
yeah,
next thing. They're on to the next thing already.
yeah. I'm already over this. Like
If the sun exploded, we wouldn't know for 8 minutes. That's the same
nope.
thing. By the time the fucking celebrities are wearing something, they're done with it. On to the next thing, and we're just picking it up. A year later, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, yeah. Like we
And the
don't.
Midwest doesn't get it until years later.
No, they're still like. I mean, I think they still have like Tickle Me Elmo and all
Well,
that
I
shit.
mean, now with the internet, like you said, though, it's a little differently. But I'm talking back in our day.
It is a little different, but it's not because believe it or not, there's still like it travels slow even on the internet. Like because who's really gonna go look up like I mean your average like Iowa or Nebraska 16-year-old girl unless she's like savvy. Well, I don't know. There's TikTok and shit now. They watch all the makeup stuff and YouTube. Yeah, nowadays it's a lot easier. You're right. It's a lot easier. But I'm gonna say 10 years ago it wasn't.
Well, TikTok's the perfect thing because, like I said, they have the trend. They're called trends. The trend. I'm looking. I sound like I'm a big shot. The trends.
The trend.
This is why if you watch TikTok, you'll see every fucking 17-year-old girl doing the same exact dance because it's a trend, and they all want to do it and get their fucking numbers up, and get the money from us idiot men who fucking send them shit. Stop doing that, by the way.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't send them any money.
Yeah, so that kind of shit, that's the kind of shit that takes care of it now. So they do see the trends now. They do see what's popular, who's wearing what, So, but the average person can't afford what fucking Lady Gaga wears on a daily basis.
Not even a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always laugh at that kind of shit.
Speaking of TikTok, what are those things like those circle things that are lit up with the phone in it? What is that these kids use?
Circle things with the phone lit up. I don't know.
Look up TikTok, making TikTok video quick, and maybe I'll do it here. I'll do it. You can probably do it quicker than me.
Well, you good? I'll answer this question right now. Sergio, who fucking cares, dude? Let it go, man.
What's next for Trump?
I'm gonna give you a great piece of advice.
Yeah.
Let it go, man. Your life will be so much easier if you just let this fucking guy go. Let it go.
Yeah. Who cares? But I don't give a fuck what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't give a shit either. Who cares? Let it go. He's not winning. He's not coming back, even though fucking Biden's a disaster. He's not coming back. He's not. The dude's 80 years old. He's done. Carolyn has an answer, I think, Eric. It's a circle light.
A circle light.
Oh, you mean like the lights that make them shine? Yeah,
I
we
guess
talking about?
so. I
Oh yeah,
think so.
yeah. It's a light you put behind your computer or you put behind your phone to make everything brighter.
Oh,
I
a
was gonna
circle
buy
light.
I was gonna buy one for our shows, but I don't want no one seeing what's going on here in like full HD. I'm happy with the darkness. I don't.
You're
I was
happy
gonna.
with the
I was literally. They have ones that are this big. You attach to the top of your laptop or your computer, so you're more lit up.
really?
Girls also wear fucking 7 tons of makeup. I don't. So I don't want you to see the fucking bags under my eyes and my defects and all that bullshit.
I have a lot of scars. Like I have a shit ton of scars. I got a big one here, and I got
That's what
like
I'm saying.
one
But
over
not
here.
not now lean back. I don't see no scars.
No, don't see
You know what I'm
anything.
saying? You don't see the
Oh,
bags under my eyes until I
I'm
do this.
beautiful.
But the girls, they have the fucking makeup. They put the lights up. Dude, that's all that shit is produced. A
Yeah,
regular,
none of it's real.
me and you do a TikTok video. It's a spur of the moment fun thing to do. These
Yeah,
girls that are making fucking $1 million, it's a production, dude. Hair, makeup, the fucking lighting. They probably rehearse it 17 times, but that's why they're making millions of dollars. And we
so
and you are fucking doing what we do in life.
yeah, so it takes them like 8 hours to make one video, really, to get it right.
That's why they're influence. I'm doing it lives on an audio show. Influencers. I'm doing the quotation marks.
Quote unquote influencer. You know, I guess they're right. They influence people to do stupid shit. Um,
Well, I want to be an influencer, not because I want to influence, because they get free shit.
yeah, I'd love to get free shit.
They,
I would
they,
love to try free shit.
there's a girl. I don't know what her name is. I followed her because she was a Disney freak,
Hmm?
and one day she did a Star Wars video. I was like, oh, she's kind of she was cute, like a cute girl. I mean, let me just fucking follow her just for the hell of it. So
Yeah.
she does Disney stuff every day. She goes to Disney World all the time. She must live in Florida. Constantly going to Disney, constantly doing Disney videos. So Disney saw this, actually saw it, and sent her for free to the Galactic Cruiser Hotel, the Star Wars hotel. That's $6,000 for 3 nights.
The one you
She got,
want to go to.
she got to go for free, and she just got done on the Disney cruise for free because she's an influencer.
And by having her on the thing is going to get her likes and get them likes and get them views and
And,
get
and,
more
and
people
they,
to
they,
go. And
if you notice those little present things they send to someone doing a live video, that's all turned into money. That's all turned into views. That's why I would love for me and you to get on that shit and do some. Maybe fucking WWE will send us some free shit, some free
that'd be
tickets, some
fun.
free merchandise, and
That'd be great.
get a shot at wrestlers and all that stuff because it's amazing that there's a dude that fishes. He goes out and just fucking catches fish. Just sits there, puts the camera on, and fishes. That dude's fucking making millions. Like a company like Easier, like Lou's company, will start throwing him shit because he might use my poll on this podcast or whatever. So they'll start throwing him free stuff.
Wow.
Dude, we missed the boat, dude. We missed the boat.
Did we though? I mean, there's still time. Like there's.
No,
there's
I just mean these kids fucking figured it out. That's what I'm just
oh,
saying.
well, yeah, they figured out how to be. I'm going to use my useless nature to my benefit. Like
Yeah, how to make money by doing nothing.
by doing nothing. I mean, it's obvious that like 3/4 of them can't hold a job, but I don't want
Oh,
to
yeah.
sound like all those Republicans, but I mean, like they can't. That's one
No,
thing
it's
they
true.
have right. A lot of people don't want to work, and they just don't. I don't
It's
know who
absolutely
this
true.
is.
Listen,
But
it's not wrong if it's true.
No, it's not
What
wrong.
the fuck is that? What is it, a zombie?
Lauren, is this an Uruk-hai? This figure I'm holding? It's one of those
It's Lord of the Rings?
yeah, Lord of the Rings. It's a
Oh, yeah, I can see his face now. I can
What?
see his face right away.
just set it in what?
Set it and forget it.
Ron Popeil? Yeah, Uruk-hai. I want to call. I don't want to. I want to call
She
him
must be
Skrull.
pumped. She must be pumped for the new Lord of the Rings show.
She is pumped for the new Lord of the Rings, aren't you? Oh, we'll see. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that was pretty negative. I'm sorry.
Oh,
No, it
Eric,
was.
too. Something else I wanted to bring up
Bring it.
real quick. We
Bring
gotta
it.
get on the. We have to get on the boss now because we need a weekly entertainment style show, or even just a new show on this network.
Like what?
Yeah, and I'll tell you exactly why. The movie that's out right now, Bullet Train with Brad Pitt,
Yeah.
best fucking movie I've seen all year. Phenomenal movie. I've seen it 3 times already.
You've seen it 3 times?
3 times. Thanks to Regal. Bless you. Thanks to Regal Unlimited. Bless you again. I've seen it 3 times. I fucking love this movie, and we have not discussed it once, like on anyone on the network.
So
In
we
the
need
chat,
like
in the chat room, it came up once.
I have a. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you lost your volume.
Can you hear me now?
You're a little low now. Did you sneeze like your fucking volume down?
I don't know. Can you hear me better now?
No, you're a little low all of a sudden. What the hell happened?
I don't know what
Is
the
it,
hell
is
happened.
it me?
It might be you.
I don't know. But anyway, I think we need like a weekly, like an Entertainment Tonight weekly type show.
Like a Siskel and Ebert kind of thing.
Not even just movies though. Just like you said, this Anne Heche thing. That's a big news story. If we didn't talk about it, no one else is going to talk about it.
No one else is going to talk about it.
Or let me propose to you, as the proprietor of the A2Z program, maybe we should do like an extra half hour each week and just do that kind of shit.
Like entertainment news?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You just popped back in there real loud all of a sudden.
That's better?
Yeah.
Okay. I must have sneezed so much I changed my communication array of my speakers like it.
I guess so, because all of a sudden you pop back in.
No,
But
good.
I was gonna propose that to you, that maybe we should do an extra early half hour before you actually start the actual A2Z program, just based on what happened during the week.
Like David Spade's Hollywood Minute, but like Hollywood 30 minutes?
Yeah, something like that. Because like I said, Bullet Train, Carolyn, thank you. Bullet Train was fucking phenomenal movie. Best movie of the year so far, easily. Bullet Train, Top Gun, Elvis. Then I'll throw in like Thor or whatever in there as the top movie so far this year that I've seen.
I think that deserves its own show though. Like
I do too. That's what I'm saying. We have to get on the
Yeah.
ball. We have to get on him when he gets back.
Well, how many shows are really on the network right now? There's the Just Too Sweet show. There's Ed's Granny's Peach Tea. There's Ed's Empire 161. There's Jason's Double Deep Dive. There's the A to Z program, and there's Skyline reviews. Oh, and put it in the book. 7 shows.
So that's 7. So it's like one. So that's one a day, basically.
One a day. There could be way more than that.
Hell yeah.
There could be way more than that. Well, you got Shooting the Sith. You bring that out for Star Wars stuff every now and then.
Yep.
So that's a show. And there was like what didn't the man who used to be on both this show and the Just Too Sweet show and Nardo and
that show's dead.
that made
show's
it what
gone.
like 2 that made it like 2 shows, didn't even last.
The streaming wars thing, that show's gone.
Yeah, that's gone. Well, is Gia even in the group anymore? Like
no, she retired.
Yeah, I figured that.
She has so much shit going on. She retired. Kyle is gone. He does stuff for the site still, but as far as the show goes, he's gone. And I told Jader I'll fucking step in to do movie reviews. I'll step in.
Does Jader still want to be on a show, or
I don't know. I just don't know. Which is why we need to do something about this, because I want to talk about Bullet Train. And they can't talk about it. I almost popped on Alone the other night, Eric, after I saw it for the 3rd time. That's how much I loved it. I was just gonna do a random fucking 30 minutes and be like, dude, go see Bullet Train. That's how fucking great that movie is.
Is it funny?
It's hilarious. It's fucking action packed. The dialogue is outstanding. The acting is great. There's 3 fucking fantastic cameos in it that you don't see coming.
And it's an action comedy.
Yeah, it's almost like a Guy Ritchie type heist movie type kind of thing, but it's super. Everything's connected. Every character's connected. It's just a fucking great fun movie. Fun is the key word. And sometimes when you say a movie is fun, it means it sucked, but you had a good time watching it. No, this movie was fucking great.
Yeah.
So I'm just shooting that out there. I think we
definitely recommend it.
Yes. If you get a chance to go, I would say go.
I think I think there needs to be like a movie review show. Like, and you don't have to do every single movie, you like pick 2 movies or 3 and give them like 15 minutes. Well, pick 4 movies and go 15 minutes on each movie. And if you can't get it through during that, I mean, you know what I mean? Or even go a little, whatever. Like, I think You'd be the guy to do that. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah,
could
yeah,
do.
we also have to show you this is what came out this week. This is what came out last week. Then you throw in, oh, by the way, Anne Heche died because she fucking drunk driver.
Yeah,
A little entertainment in the hints here. Just like a quick fucking maybe half-hour show, just to get all
yeah,
that shit out of the way. But I was gonna say maybe you'd want to take a little bit of that, but you are right. I think it deserves
it
its
does.
own show.
I wouldn't want this to like take, you know, you know what I mean? Like it would. I don't think it would do justice for this show or for that kind of show. You know what I
No, you're
mean?
right. You're right.
It wouldn't be. Yeah, that deserves its own show. It really does because you could really. I mean that in and of itself, that's a movie review show is definitely something that a lot of people want to watch because a lot of people don't get out at the premiere. A lot of people don't get out the second day. You know what I mean? It's like, and they want to hear about it, and they're like, "Oh fuck, now I really want to watch it." Because first they're kind of like, "Yeah, I don't know, I'm Brad Pitt, whatever, blah blah blah." And then they're like, "Wait a minute, Tim said it was fucking awesome, so I want to see it."
My
Because see,
favorite movie.
I didn't want. I'm basing it on myself because I didn't want to see it. And after hearing you talk about it, now I want to see it.
You'll love it. It's smart. It's fucking hilarious. Dialogue is great. You'll love all the characters. And like I said, there's three funny ass cameos in it. Well written, well shot, beautifully shot. All taking place on a fucking Japanese bullet train. It's fucking great.
A Japanese bullet train. I love the. My brother actually rode on a Chinese one. He went from like outer Mongolia. I'm just making that up to like Vietnam. I don't know. Like, but he said it only took like an hour. Like he went like 600 miles and it took like an hour or something.
Vietnam, which is nowhere near China technically.
Not really. No, outer
I mean, it,
Mongolia.
it, it is it is, but it isn't. So
It is, yeah. And I had to. I've been. You know how long I've been waiting to use the outer Mongolia joke? Like that's. I've been waiting so long to do that. Like, I just. You have no idea how long I've been wanting to use that joke. What the fuck? That's not what I wanted.
what do you want? Are you getting ready to break copyright law?
I'm getting ready to break copyright law
Nice.
because yeah, I went hey
Oh, now you want to
yeah.
hear? You have Stu Hart in the brain.
Let me see your arm there. Show you
Are you
something.
looking for this wrestling with shadows clip?
No, but
I think you're looking for wrestling with shadows clip when he's twisting that guy in the basement.
that was that was so good. Um, that guy was in so much pain. He's like,
He's going,
ooh.
sir, I can't feel my arm, sir. I can't feel my arm. He's going, hey, you see when I put my hand right here? You see what happens? The guy's fucking veins are popping out of this poor guy's head. We gotta watch
I'm,
that now. I'm looking
I
it up.
know.
I'm
Yeah.
looking it up.
I'm looking at it right now.
Looking it up.
Stu Hart,
Put Stu Hart wrestling with shadows.
Dungeon. It comes right up. Dungeon wrestling with Shadow.
There you go.
Oh,
Hey,
here it is.
you see when I move my hand here, you see,
Stu Hart stretches Chance Beckett, whoever the fuck that is. Well, hang on. So let me share it because we don't want to keep this to ourselves.
No, we have to share it.
We have to share Stu Hart. Anything Stu Hart has to be shared.
Yeah, you see what happens when I
Yeah.
move your arm here. You see,
Yeah, if I go, yeah,
he's so fucking creepy. I don't care
he
any of
is
us.
too.
He is creepy as shit.
All right, let's blow this up.
We're doing this for fun. We don't own it. It's just for purposes. Don't sue us. Thank you.
Yeah, this is for educational and entertainment purposes to react to. I Pop Culture Pros or the Steve Faraci Corporation does not own any interest in this. We're just doing this for.
And we're not making any money off it at
We're
all.
not making any money off it, and if we did make any money off of it, I would donate it all to the Canadian Moose Foundation. So
Stu Hart Survivor.
the Stu Hart Survivor, yeah, the fucking
the Dungeon Survivor people, whatever.
fund. So here's Stu. Let's turn it up.
Oh, this isn't even the Wrestling with Shadows one. This is different.
Oh yeah. Then this keep
Yeah.
Keep his head up.
You're fighting it a little bit. I just keep him up here with the weight on him here.
Oh yeah, I can feel that.
Just
Eh.
then I'm up here sometimes. Now I might put the head in here.
Oh.
That's some good amateur move there.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
That's my
And,
favorite.
That's not what we want, is it?
Yeah.
Hang
No,
on.
it's the same one. But this one, that still was pretty good.
Hang on.
What about the second one? No, the fourth one down.
This
That
one.
one. That's the one.
That's the one.
Stream 85 plus live
Oh,
channels
fuck off.
with
We
no
don't
hidden
care.
fees. YouTube TV. Try it free.
Shut up.
The thing that's different about a Verbo vacation home,
See, we're giving
you
free
always have
shout
the
out to
whole place to
Verbo.
yourself.
Yeah, Verbo. Hey,
Just you
I would
and
if I were
people.
if I were you, I would go on a Verbo vacation.
And a free shout out to Hannibal TV. See, we're making other people money.
Yeah. Great North Wrestling.
They were filming
Oh, that's him.
the documentary on Brett. And then Brett came up to one of our wrestling session on a Wednesday. He asked the boys in the training camp, anybody wants to show up tomorrow morning for the documentary because we need a wrestler to get stretched by my dad.
Look at this fucking squirrely.
So
What the hell's the matter with him?
So the people were talking to themselves. They said, "Well, I'm not gonna go stretch like that. I don't want to look like a fool. That's not gonna be good for my career and stuff like that." So no one show up in the dungeon when it was time.
Speaking of
But me, I
backwoods
show up.
Canadian.
I was the
Yeah.
first guy who showed up, man, from my camp.
He's eating a lot of
And,
moss.
Brett told me, he said, "You know what? It's gonna. Thank you that he came. The only one that came through and everything. And do you realize what that documentary can, give you back in return and everything? Exposure worldwide, getting your name out out. No matter what's the outcome for you, we want to show the heart and the craft of what my dad got famous worldwide with." And you came and accepted, and I respect that. That's what he told me word for word. It was 7:00 in the morning when we did that filming, and that was a good experience. And obviously, it brought me some contract, and got my reputation as a tough guy inside the ring. As much when I got bullied, then I became the guy who could bully other people because people were kind of afraid and step back down and everything.
Why? He got his ass kicked.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not scared of that guy. Fuck
Oh, that
him.
wasn't it. Where the fuck is the actual footage?
Stu Hart. Is it? It's not that. Come on. It's got to be here.
Looking too to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking Stu Hart had a bear.
Wait a minute.
A fucking wrestling bear under the porch.
Hang on a minute. Wait a minute. Is Jim Cornette going to imitate Stu Hart? We got to see.
He does a good Stu Hart.
Well, okay, and then Eric Smith, we're going to follow up on my favorite Owen Hart rib. Was not even a rib, but he had such a reputation. We're sitting, once again, you'd get to TV at noon, and there'd be nothing going on until 8 o'clock bell time or whatever, except promos, local promos we used to do all day long. So we'd be sitting in a fucking room or in the room next to the promo room. So I'm sitting there one day, and in comes Owen and Davey. And from the next room, and they're carrying this red phone. It looked like the Commissioner Gordon bat phone, right? Is this Alfred? And it's in the wire is out. I think it's certainly the wire. It's not plugged into anything. It's just around the corner of the door there. But he said, Stu wants to talk to you. What? Okay. Now, they've been doing the angle where supposedly Sean was after Diana. And it was going to end up that it was all a plot by the Bulldog, that Diana, his Bulldog's wife, had been trying to hit on Sean. And then that's where I used the word fornicator for the first time on WWF, maybe the last WWF television. Shawn Michaels, you tried to make this woman break her sacred marital bounds. You tried to touch her in her most private of places. You have defiled her with your evil words and deeds. You, Shawn Michaels, you are a fornicator. Well, what happened was they get started where supposedly Sean is after Diana or whatever. And so anyway, Owen comes in with Davey, and they got the phone, the red bat phone. Stu wants to talk to you. What? Stu Hart. Hello? Is this Jim Cornette? Yeah, no, of course, Bruce Pritchard does one of the better Stu Hart. I mean, everybody did Stu Hart, right? But Bruce does one of the better Stu Harts. I mean, it's fucking Bruce. He's going to be around the fucking corner. So I'm like, yeah, Stu, what are you doing? Hey, I'm just wondering why that you're doing this thing with Diana, making her look like a whore. She's making it's rough on the kids, and it makes her look like a whore. And she's got, I said, well, you know who it is, don't you? No, it's Vincent Controller. Oh, no, it's that Bruce Pritchard. You know, he's one of those fucking preverts. You know, he goes to the adult bookstores, he's wearing the raincoat, he's doing the 5-knuckle shuffle, he reads the smut. Everything with him is about sex and smut, dildos, hookers, and everything. This was all his idea. Well, I guess I'm going to have to talk to Vince about this. I didn't know that about Bruce. Yeah, it's all his fault. Anyway, so we have just talked for like 5 minutes, right? I'm going to come to the point.
Motherfucker.
As soon as I hang up, I said, who the fuck was that? And right then, Bruce Pritchard walks in from this room, not the room that the phone recorded. He said, that was Stu. Owen said, that was Stu. That was my dad. Oh, Bruce, I think I just told Stu Hart you're a fucking pervert. You know, so it wasn't a rib, but it was a rib.
That's pretty funny.
I found it on here.
You did. Can you send it to me?
I can just pop it up.
Welcome.
Oh yeah, pop it up. You can pop it up.
What the hell is it? Yeah, I pop watch. Oh wait, let me full screen it. I went right to the dungeon thing.
Right to the part.
Right to the part.
Yeah.
You can hear it through the living room. There's a hole in the floor where the pipes have to go, and it goes straight through to the gym. My brother Bruce sent Owen in once to tape record this one guy. He was actually really pathetic. He was crying and weeping through the whole thing. There's some country western song in the background, and this guy screaming, and my dad saying, "Have some discipline."
Have some discipline.
They'd go quiet for a little bit. You know that my dad was cinching up on the guy. 10 or 15 seconds later, the guy screaming. Like, ah! Well, that was the measure of a man. Just to see who would submit, who would give up. And it was based on pain. You didn't give up unless you couldn't take it anymore.
This is it right here.
So you're going to show where you stretch all those people? So you're going to show us the dungeon?
I might try to show a move or two.
I'm ready. I'll take some moves, sir.
It sounded so terrible. This guy sounded like a sadist and almost a psychopath. You gotta know my dad.
And perverted, too.
He isn't. He's just a big, gentle, loving guy.
I thought that guy said he was the only one there.
I don't want to hold this in this position forever because it's pretty.
I don't feel my arms, sir.
You see, you got a lot of push here. And then I shove with my chest here. I shove him.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
Can you feel that, sir?
Oh, yes,
Look
sir.
at him. He's like, fuck that.
Yes, sir.
And by taking this arm back here, like here, there's not much pressure on it. But you just ease his hand and it's in the position here. It's a matter of penetrating the body from the chest.
Stop it, sir. Stop.
Soon he'll go to sleep.
Oh,
The throat muscles get so tight that you almost root to your tongue almost burst.
Oh, yes.
And then your eyes start getting a little rosy looking. And
that's why I couldn't feel nothing there. I was like...
I've never seen a fellow yet when you got the thing properly applied that you couldn't make his eyeballs bloodshot for maybe sometimes 5 or 6 weeks or so with the red rosy eyeballs. You notice his face.
I don't feel nothing.
The veins in his temples, they're getting Your lips are getting a little blue, sort of, and you get.
That's fucking great. That's what a wow. So everybody thinks he's a tough guy now because I don't think so.
To me, it's a little perverted. I don't know. I get a very uncomfortable feeling watching that. I'm not saying he's like gay or wants to have sex with these guys, but I think he enjoys it a little too much.
Yeah, he's a sadist. He likes to inflict pain on people.
Yeah.
And without any defense.
But the way it's not just that. The way he's like, oh, you see the way the vein and the lips. He's like touching the guy's lips. He's like, dude, don't.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, I understand you got me in a wrestling move, but don't touch my fucking lips, dude. That's really creepy.
Yeah. Leave my face alone, Stu.
Break my arm if you want to, but just don't put your fucking finger on my lips because that's a little disturbing.
Yeah, that's getting a little creepy. That's like morgue stuff. Like, come on. But
you know what? Where do these fucking moves from, though? That's what I don't understand. He was an amateur wrestler?
Yeah, they're amateur moves. They're like, so like, you know how they say like in the old days they're like these shooter guys.
I guess so, right?
They were amateur.
None of those moves are fucking professional wrestling moves. Those are all fucking.
No, they're amateur moves.
They're all pain inflicting. I guess he's a sadist, dude. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, but they're real like Stan Alinsky taught a little bit when you were a wrestler. Like they're just hard. See, the thing with Stu that Stu's not telling you, he like that guy's just letting him do it. Like Brock Lesnar could do that shit to somebody, but like you really got to like wrestle or Kurt Angle, like Kurt or Brock, like Kurt Angle probably more so than Brock. 'Cause Kurt's probably the best amateur wrestler that ever was. You know what I mean? Like he could stretch you fucking bad, and Kurt could put you in that. But like they'll tell you if you ask them, or you ask like a real amateur wrestler, an NCAA guy or a collegiate wrestler or whatever, you've actually got to like muscle the guy around and get him in that spot to get him into that. They just don't like fall like Stu, like, hey, come here, yeah, give me, yeah, look at that, it's like okay, Stu, G, have my neck and my right shoulder, like no, that doesn't happen at all. Like
it's like please put me in this move and hurt me.
Like
that way, yeah.
Like Carl Gotch, like wrestlers, like like Stu Hart, Carl Gotch, Regal, Finley. Who was the guy that could crush apples with his hand? The guy Jim Ross likes so much. I can't remember his name. But like Lou Thez and guys like that, like old guys like that, like Lou Thez, Carl Gotch, Stu Hart. And modern guys like like Regal, Finley, Kurt Angle, Adrian Street, like the exotic Adrian Street, like dude, he could fuck you up like bad. Like all those Blackpool, England guys, like they're super tough. Like they're super like Finley, Adrian Street, Regal, they're all super tough. Alex Wright's dad, Steve Wright, he was like that. Dave Taylor, like they're all just like those tough. They all got like the forearm tattoo and they're like missing a tooth, and they're all pasty white skin. You know what I mean? Like they look tough. They just like hang out and just like they get up at like 2 PM. They go beat somebody up and then they go eat dinner. Like that's just what they do. But who's the guy that crushed? Who's the guy that could take an apple and crush it?
Want me to Google it?
Google it. Is the old guy, like Oklahoma guy, like I can't remember his name, but like he's a friend of Jim Ross and he's an old wrestler. But he was tough too. He was another guy that could shoot. Like he was a really tough guy. Billy Robinson. I think Billy Robinson was another one. Yeah, they were all like they were the real tough guys. Like if you the Steiners, like dude, the Steiners could fucking hurt you, bad.
There's a lot of people who apparently can break apples with their hands, dude.
Right, but this guy was one of the few wrestlers that.
Black guy, white guy,
old white guy,
old white guy,
old Western.
Danny Hodge.
Danny Hodge. Danny Hodge. He was super tough. He was little too. He was tiny. But my God, was he tough.
That'd be it then. I knew it was one of those guys.
Yeah, he was super, super tough. Like, you know how like the Road Warriors and like Sid and all those guys, like everybody thinks they're like tough and whatever, but like guys that are really tough are like the Steiner brothers or Brock Lesnar or Kurt Angle or Regal or even Finley.
Yeah, the guys who that can fucking hurt you for real are always more
They
scary.
can hurt you for. They can fucking hurt you for real. Like Lou Thez, Adrian Street, like I said, Carl Gotch, Danny Hodge.
Like I wouldn't be afraid of fucking Seth Rollins, but I'd be afraid of fucking Kurt Angle if they were getting into a real fight with them. I'd be like, I'm not going to fucking you. I'll fight you, Seth Rollins. I'm not going to fight fucking Kurt Angle or Brock Lesnar or like even William Regal.
No, all three would. I would imagine like Brock could take the two of us at once. Like I have no doubt that like he would fucking annihilate.
The only way to beat those guys is to keep your distance. Jab, jab, but you know they're gonna get you eventually. They're gonna fucking shoot at you, get your legs, and then you're fucking dead.
Yeah, and let's face it, if you punch Brock in the face, is he really gonna feel it? Like
no.
You know, Kurt might. Kurt's looking a little worse for wear, but I still wouldn't fuck with him.
No, I wouldn't put myself in that position anyway.
No, there's no fucking way I'd want to get stretched by Kurt. Like, you know,
you're right. I'm an asshole.
You
right.
win.
I'm gonna back off.
Yeah, you win. You win. Here, take my weed.
Yeah, I'm done.
But yeah, no, they're the guys that could hurt you for real. Like they could, and there's more. Like there's so many more. Like I'm forgetting like 100 of them. Like Jerry Briscoe, he was another tough guy. Like Jerry Briscoe could fuck you up.
He seems like one of those.
He's like an old
shifty,
crusty.
Yeah, he looks like like old, crusty, shifty fucking
like Southern tough guy. Like he's wicked. Bruno Sammartino, I guess, is pretty tough.
I don't like the fact that they told the story. Again, we go back to the screw job as always. That fucking Briscoe grabbed Hebner. I grabbed him hard and said, you know, you got to do this. If you don't do this, you're gonna get fired. That pissed me off a little bit. That part of the story.
That Briscoe kind of was hurting him. Like
yeah, it's like you're fucking threatening Dave Hebner or whoever the fuck I want. I forget which one.
Earl Hebner, yeah, one of the Hebners.
You fucking, you know, like threatening Earl Hebner on his way to the ring. It's like,
are they both dead?
No.
Dave died, right?
Dave died? Yeah, Dave died.
Yeah, Dave died. I thought one died, then the other died like after that. I don't know why I think that.
No, there's one still alive.
They're just,
that's gotta be weird when the twin dies, right? It's gotta be real fucking strange.
Yeah, but I guess the fantasy isn't true. Like if one dies, the other dies right after. That's not true. So
no, that's a good thing.
That is a good thing. I don't know. I wouldn't want to die if one of my twins died, or my twin died, or the twin of me. You know what's cool about identical twins? They even share the same DNA. It's the same. It's
weird. It's a weird.
It is weird, but I figured it out. And when I say figured it out, I looked it up and I found out why. So there's two types of twins. There's two fetuses that form, and then there's one fetus that forms that breaks into two, and they're made of the same shit. So the one that breaks into two are identical. The one that are made are two opposite, but they're just born together. Some break into three.
Identical is fucking creepy as shit.
Identical triplets is fucking really fucked up. Like, weren't there like identical triplet girls that were all like chewing gum models or something?
There's a bunch of them out. Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah. Easy way to make money. I mean, get a tit job, dye your hair blonde in the 80s anyway. Dye your hair blonde, get a tit job, wear one of those one-piece red Baywatch bathing suits. You know, remember in the book order, you'd fucking find posters of these fucking chicks. The older you got, the more revealing they were. Yeah. So, you know, that's how they made money. Or that and chewing gum. But yeah. No, so you didn't want to fuck with these old guys, man. And here's the shitty part. There's no, like, tough guys anymore. Like, just Brock Lesnar. I mean, he's the only one now, really. Like you said, Seth Rollins. I mean, can we give me a break? Or John Moxley? Come on. I mean, fucking Nick could take him.
Oh, let's save that for Tuesday because
Let's save that for Tuesday. Okay.
We're gonna go off on those fuckers again.
And listen, dude, no, I'm not even gonna do it because there's so much to say. There's so much.
I want to play the Jim Cornette thing because
yeah, we should because
he's right on.
He nailed it right on the head. He did. Holy shit, we've been an hour and 20, Tim. Hey, everybody, just so you know, I want to thank you for downloading the podcast last week because from what I hear, the A to Z program had the record number of podcasts for Pop Culture Pros last week. So thank you. All it took is me and Tim mentioning that you can, and you did, and we thank you. So do it again. Like you said, if you can't join us and watch us, download us. We're always around, and we can be everywhere you are. Tim, what else is going on this week? Is the boss back next week, or is he back halfway through next week, or is he gone again?
I gotta be honest, I have no idea.
I don't either. I have no idea because I
know Jason
think
just offered to upload all our shit again in the chat room. So good for Jason. Thank you, Jason.
Jason is such a good guy. Like nobody really understands how really wonderful of a human being this guy is. He's not just a great guy to bullshit with, not just a great guy to.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Look, I have to give a shout out because here we go. Am I on the air with Dom? Apparently, has done Bullet Train. See, gotta get on that fucking show because I want to talk about fucking Bullet Train.
No shit, Don. Am I on the air? That's right. Does he do it on here, or does he just upload it?
He uploads. He doesn't go live either. I don't think he goes. No, he does like mostly like an audio thing anyway. But yeah, we got to get him on it. He should be. Is
he like super ugly or something? Is he like a chud? Like
no, not at all.
No, he looks okay.
No, he's good.
Prove it, Don. Come on my show.
We gotta get him on, yeah, because he's
We do got to get him on here.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, Don's fun. He's fun in the chat. I have a gripe though, real quick with the chat. Everybody gets so serious in the chat. I mean, you don't, I don't, the boss doesn't, but like Dave and Nardo and Bert. You know, Bert, if you weren't so likable, and I'm really stretching saying that. Oh, Bert, you're such a fanboy. You are the biggest.
Bert likes everything. Yeah, I want to hear.
You love everything, Bert. You're like the Elmo of Pop Culture Pros.
I gotta hear him say he hates something once.
I do too. I'd like to hear him say I don't like whatever.
Yeah, he'll stick up for anything. That's like,
he will.
Let it go, man. This movie sucked. Let it go.
Oh, he'll try to find something good about it, and he'll pound on it.
Which is fine. You can be that way.
No,
at least we, I can't do that.
But here's what I want to say though. At least Bert interacts with us. Like there's other people that you can't even get to fucking acknowledge whatever. But then, I think that's why we have more fun in the Just Too Sweet or the A to Z one, like the chat. Well, it's better anyway. But okay, so I have no idea what my point was of bringing that up. I'm just going to let it go now. So coming up this week, we have your normal stuff. We got Granny's coming up, and we got the Empire 161.
Is tomorrow Granny's 1 o'clock?
Tomorrow Granny is 1, I think he said 1 o'clock Saturday, right?
Yeah, I think that's tomorrow 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
I might have to pop in on that because I'll be home tomorrow. Maybe I'll pop in and say hello to the boys.
And then I think he's doing the Empire on Sunday again. Sunday or Monday, I can't remember. Him and Ethel
Yankees will be doing a fucking free fall, so it's a good to watch.
Yeah, the Yankees are?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Ed and Ethel will have a good rundown of the latest Bronx Bombers. Is that right? Bronx Bombers?
Yep, Bronx Bombers.
Okay, Bronx Bombers.
All right, now Bronx bullshit.
Yeah.
You can't win a game.
They bombed in the Bronx.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they'll have that. Monday is, like I said, Ed. Tuesday is the most exciting day of the week. That, my friends, is when I and Tim do the Just Too Sweet show, and we do the wrestling, everything from old to new. We'll give you the new stuff. We keep you current, but we also discuss old school stuff. And Jaime and Terzio love chiming in. The boss comes in. We might even have Joel this next time. Carolyn, maybe she was a lady wrestler back in the 80s and we don't know about it. Come clean, Carolyn, if you really were. And then Wednesday you have, I think, the deep dive, and then Thursday you got Skyliners, the Disney show, and Friday back to the A to Z program, which I think, Tim, I think it's time to do Billy the Kid next week. I think it's time to do the Old West. I really think it's time we break open Billy the Kid, and we're just going to get on the internet. We're going to prove our point and prove our counterpoint and pro and con it, and we're going to find out. We're going to get to the bottom of Billy the Kid. Did he survive? Did he die? Did your girlfriend sneeze in the background? I mean, what's going on here? So
he survived.
He survived. We think he did. But other than that, Tim, I think that's about a wrap for the A to Z program tonight. You got anything else you'd like to share?
No, not at all. I'm pretty good. It was a good day. I just took a 5-hour nap, so I'll probably be up all night.
That's cool though. Staying up all night's fun, believe it or not.
Yeah, well, it's just me and Jane until Sunday, so
nice.
We're gonna stay home and chill tomorrow. Like I said, that's why I'll probably pop on Granny's and say hi because I'll be bird. I'll be bird, and
You'll
then
be bird.
I'll be bird to death. Yeah, I'll be bird. I might stretch. I might grab Rufus and stretch out his paws and.
Hey, Rufus, come over here. Let me show you.
We should do a fucking a wrestling. We should do it without people can see our faces, like an audio version, and just do a Jim Cornette, fucking Stu Hart. I'll do Dusty Rhodes. We'll have like a
Vince. I'll do Vince.
We'll have like a round table of just completely ridiculous audio thing.
That has got to happen.
If you see our faces, it doesn't work. Plus, I'll laugh too much.
It doesn't work. Well, laughing is going to be good too. Like that's. Yeah. Let's, you know what, Tim? Let's surprise everybody one of these days doing audio only, and we'll each write down like six wrestlers that we can imitate, and we'll have all of them conversing with one another, just at random, like God damn it, Mr. McMahon.
But now that's how we should do a movie review.
As wrestlers?
How funny would that be? What if we reviewed? I don't want to say it on the air now.
Don't say it on the air. Say it off the air.
Okay, I'll say it off the air. Sorry.
Say it off the air.
That's a big tease, but I'm going to say it off the air. We'll save it.
But who will you do it as, though, baby?
I'll do it off the show.
Okay.
I didn't want to.
It's going to ruin it. It's going to ruin it if you do it.
No, we'll talk off the air.
All right, fuck that then. Everybody, we're going to get out of here. That's been the A to Z program. Join us next week as we delve deep into Billy the Kid. Did he die? Did he not die?
William H. Bonney, baby. William H. Bonney.
Was it Brushy Bill? Maybe. We'll tell you what we think. Until then, this is what I think. Have a good night.